So the Olympics just ended, and if you know me, then you know that the Olympics are my favorite sporting events in the history of the world. I cry when people lose, I cry when people win. I, as a former distance runner, know what it's like to dedicate yourself to something completely. Hey, what's up, guys? My name is Mark, and this is Language Come Up, a place where I come up and you do too. So today I want to talk about something very dear to me and tell you a little anecdote. And we're going to get to language learning, so please just stay with me to the end for this to all make sense. So as I mentioned before, I was a runner that had a base level of talent, but it was really my passion, my consistency, and my heart that took me to where I ended up eventually. I remember when I was first a middle school runner, and we had a guy who was supposed to be the next great hope for our team. One day at practice, I had finished before him, and his mother was waiting, and she was surprised. She says, "Oh, what happened to my son?" Surprised that I had come before him. Well, actually, he went back for some reason, so I didn't, finish before him straight up. There was some reason, and that's what I said, right? But a couple years later, it turned out that I would be the next great runner for my school, and I would go on to accomplish many great things. A couple years after finishing college, I remember being in my hometown library, and I saw the guy who would eventually become my school's best distance runner. And this was our first time really getting a chance to talk, and he told me something that really blew me away. He told me, "Mark, you really inspired me. I used to watch you run, and I was so inspired by you." This left me practically speechless. I was blown away. I realized something very important that day, that the good you put out into the earth, into the world, you do what you want, you do it well, you do it with passion, and people will take notice, and people will be influenced, inspired by this, and the cycle of good continues. I believe as language learners, we can do the same thing, and through this, make the world a better place. Talk about your passions. Talk about what makes this thing that we all engage in so special. Passion and excitement is really contagious. Through all of us, I believe we can make a big difference. Because if we plant one seed, and from one of us, one person learns a language, I think that the world can become a better place. I believe through learning languages, we can get many benefits. The ability to see things and understand them from a different perspective. People that are different to us, higher level of compassion, ability to see things from different perspectives. So just the other day on Twitter, I tweeted, life is too short to only know one language, right? So a successful Lang tweet can turn out to be a disaster when you post that same thing to Facebook, right? So I had a guy who said, "Who cares? It doesn't matter if you only speak one language. You're acting pretentious because you speak languages. Nobody cares." And of course I had two options: to respond to him negatively or to respond to him with compassion. So that's what I chose to do. I said to him, "You know what? It's perfectly fine if you only speak one language, but languages are my passion, and it's good to talk about your passion. But I can see why you would take it the wrong way. No harm, no foul, right?" And it's true. What I said was true. I could see why he would take that the wrong way. Without more context, it's perfectly reasonable and understandable that I'm here up on my soapbox. I'm like saying, "Oh, you monolinguals, you need to learn more languages. What's wrong with you?" But it could have used more context, but whatever. So that's how I responded to him. And he changed his tune completely, right? He says, "Oh man, I was joking, I love you." And I didn't buy that. He was expecting me to respond with harshness so we could have this whole Facebook debate. And I saw it from his side, it was a bit rude that he wrote such things, but hey, this is the world that we live in. So, I'm not thanking Language Learner 100% for this, but I know there is a bit of it that has helped me with just being able to see things in this grand scale. So live your passion, love your passion, and let's see where this road takes us. Let's see all the people we come across, whether it be directly through our target language or just indirectly by the passion and love we show for what we do. And I do believe in the power of language and its usage for good. So I do believe that each and every one of us have the ability to make this world just a little bit better. And I really believe that. So good luck, everyone, with your language journey. Remember, like running, language learning is just like that, and so is life. The come up never ends. So what do you guys think about these ideas? Have you thought about how you can use your passion for language to do good in the world, how you can inspire other people? Anything of that sort, I would love to hear your response. We'll see you next time, guys, and stay on your come up.